It's fight night. Valtteri Bottas, George Russell, 1v1 in the ring, toe-to-toe as the ref. Winner takes the Mercedes seat. Let's get ready to rumble! So, boys and girls, as I'm sure you're probably all aware, last Sunday during the Imola GP, Valtteri Bottas and George Russell got into a bit of an incident as they collided on the main straight, having a monumental crash, which in turn brought out the red flag, and it's safe to say neither of them were that happy about it, especially George Russell. I mean, he went from family-friendly, goody two-shoes, nice guy, to bloody road man.
Prick or what?
And then obviously they had their little altercation where Russell stormed over like a Karen to a customer service desk and had a little chat with Bottas. And by chat I mean George shouted at him, Bottas gave him the finger, and George bogged him on the head. Quality content, honestly. And all this conflict got me thinking, if these two actually had a fight, you know, with fists being thrown, who would come out on top? And so today I'm going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into this topic and try and answer that question and find out who would win in a fight between George Russell and Valtteri Bottas. Now this is the content you all subscribe for, lads, isn't it? And when I asked you guys on Twitter that very question, 70% of you said you backed Georgie boy in the fight, with only 30% thinking Valtteri had it in his locker. Now it's easy to see why many people think this is an easy W for Mr. Russell. You know, he's taller, younger, better looking. Sorry, Valtteri. With the Brit standing at just over 6 foot. Same as me, obviously. I'm a 6 foot lad. I'm not 5'10" or anything like that. Whilst on the other hand, Valtteri's more on the Sonoda side, at just around 5'7", which to be fair isn't too short, but when compared to George, yeah, things aren't looking good for Valtteri there. Yet if KSI versus Logan Paul taught us anything, it's that height is not the be all and end all. Now both drivers are elite athletes. Obviously, they're F1 drivers. With George often showing off his training regime on social media. And I don't know if you know this, but he does actually have a six-pack. Mental, I know. I mean, I swear I've never seen him with a shirt off. He's always got it on. That was a bit of sarcasm there, lads. This gets his tits out more often than Mia Khalifa. However, Bottas is just as fit. Physically, that is. I mean, I doubt there's going to be girls drooling over that. No offense, Valtteri. And despite being born almost a decade before the Brit, Valtteri's a keen cyclist, and thus his cardio is going to be top tier. But then again, so is George's. To be fair, both of them being F1 drivers, for athleticism-wise, they're going to be fairly even. The only thing I'd say that Valtteri might have a little advantage in is the fact he's from Finland. A far cry from George's home in King's Lynn. Valtteri grew up and continues to live in the happiest place on earth, Finland. Yes, that's right. Kimi Räikkönen is from the happiest place on earth. That's like me being from the quietest country in the world. In Finland, though, the cold and harsh terrain really ups the challenge of training. And as we saw on Drive to Survive, they have a very unique way of preparing for a season. And so I feel growing up and, you know, training in this environment regularly will at the very least give Valtteri a sort of inner strength and solid mentality. Since if you're running directly into a snowstorm, it takes a little bit of willpower not to stop. Plus, after the last few years of being a Mercedes, he's pretty used to getting abused by fans and the media, so he can take a few punches for sure. And so, in conclusion, I feel that this match may be a lot closer than some of you think, with George's height difference and younger age definitely being a clear advantage. But Valtteri, I feel, really could put up a hell of a fight. Like I said, his inner strength and ability to power through will definitely help him in this situation. Plus, his height means he's a little bit more nimble, meaning he could cause a few problems for George. However, it must be said, George is also good at getting through pain. I mean, he's driven the Williams for the past 2 years. So unless Bottas really pulls out a Tyson Fury out of nowhere, I just can't see him getting Russell on the floor. The fight would be incredibly close. And to be fair, I'd put money on both of them making it to the end. Or at the very least, the latter rounds anyway. But for me, even though I love Valtteri and I think he's a strong bloke, the height and age difference just can't be ignored for me. And so winning this fight, in my opinion, is of course George! But obviously, lads, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, or tweet me at MrAidenRule. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and leave a like in the video if you did enjoy it. But until next time, I've been Aiden, this is MrAidenRule. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you lot next time. Goodbye!